All right, and day 3, arms and shoulders for the month of July. We're gonna start with shoulders, we're gonna hit our buys, and then we're gonna hit our tries. We have 3 exercises as a circuit. So there's kind of a pattern to it. The first exercise is a unilateral exercise. The second is a 2-arm and or a band exercise. And the third is also 2-arm and or band. So that's kind of the format for this month. You're gonna do 1, 2, 3 for each set, 3 times through. So the first one is going to be a rear delt fly, 1-armed. So you're going to grab the handle with the opposite hand. Have them start with knuckles up. As they pull, they're going to rotate to knuckles out. Re-rotate, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Their hand starts high and comes in line with shoulders. We want to keep our shoulders and our hips square, so we're pulling from here to here. We're not rotating our torso. We're gonna be using all of our back shoulders for that move. 30 seconds one side, 30 seconds the other side. Then we are going to go over to our band. So we're gonna do a front raise, but this is a little bit different. So we're gonna grab the band, and it's in the lower loop of the S-drive, and we're gonna face the turf. Your hands start down by your hips, exhale, and pull the band up. Okay, nice tall back, bilateral stance, 30 seconds here. And then we are going to go, we can stand or tall kneeling depending on how tall the client is. Either way, we're going to get into iso, alternating, high cable cross, all right? What we want to make sure here is that the client is pulling their hands to their hips and we're not in front of our body. All right, we don't want any chest work. We want it to be shoulders as we pull down. So we have a 1-arm rear delt fly, 30 seconds each side. We have our band front raise, 30 seconds, and then we have our iso alternating high cable cross, 3 times through that whole circuit. Then we are going to go into biceps. So for biceps, there's a new move. I'm gonna move the camera. This one, it works and it's really good. It just is gonna take a minute for the client to get used to. So just really coach it. We are using L2 and R2. So they're gonna have 1 foot on the footrest. That same arm, we're gonna tuck that elbow in nice and tight around your knee or your inner thigh. Doesn't matter what you do with this other foot, wherever is comfortable for the client. They're gonna sit nice and tall and they're going to curl their hand straight up to that shoulder. So we're really concentrating that bicep, giving it support. Exhale as you pull. 30 seconds, and then they're going to switch sides with their feet, switch arms, same thing. Make sure that their elbow isn't, or their wrist isn't turned, and they're pulling that way. We want them to pull directly in line with their shoulder. Sit nice and tall. So 30 seconds each side there. And then we are going to do reverse curls. So tuck your elbows in, your knuckles are up, and you are curling, squeezing nice and tight. We're not letting those elbows move in and out. And then the last one, we're also using L2 and R2. I think what I'm gonna do is put these red handles at the bottom just so it's a little more comfortable. But we have to make sure that the client squeezes super tight onto the handles. So this is also going to be an iso alternating. It's a hammer curl. So we're pulling both handles up to our shoulders and we're alternating that curl. Now I'm standing a little bit further out so that you can see me. The client should be pretty close. Thumbs stay up, no hand rotation, squeeze nice and tight. So we tuck our elbows, pull both handles to our shoulders, and we alternate that hammer curl. So we have 3 rounds as a circuit. We have that 1-arm concentrated bicep curl where we're sitting, 30 seconds each side. You have the band reverse curls for 30 seconds, and then we have the iso alternating hammer curl for 30 seconds. Each arm, 3 times through that circuit. And then the last circuit is for our triceps. So we need the rope up at the top. Exercise 1 is a one arm, it's pronated, so our knuckles are up. Tuck your elbow and pull straight down. Press behind your hips just to dig a little bit deeper into that tricep. 30 seconds, you're gonna switch arms, 30 seconds the other arm. Then we are going to go to our rope. It's up high this time. We're doing the horizontal pull, tuck that pelvis, pull their belly button in, and exhale. They can separate at the end of the rep if they want to. Just make sure their elbows are pointing forward the whole time and they don't wing out. 30 seconds there. And then this one is hard. It's gonna get them. So this is where our band comes into work. And it, again, same as the other two circuits, is an iso alternating. So press both hands behind their hips, hinge, and they're going to alternate that kickback, okay? So that one's a little bit funky just to kind of get set up because you want good tension on the back, but you want it to be sustainable. However, on the release, it might feel a little bit light. So they'll find a good place. Just tell them to walk in and out from the S-drive until they find something that is comfortable but makes them work. So we have 30 seconds, one arm pull down each arm, 30 seconds of the overhead extension, and then 30 seconds of the hinged iso alternating kickbacks. Again, 3 times through that circuit. I thought there was something I wanted to tell you for the kickbacks. This circuit, like I said, it's really hard. I don't know if it's just because I like to work my triceps a lot, but if they need to lower their weight for each set, let them. Have them go heavier and suggest, you might be able to start at 1, but for the last set, you might have to lower it to a half or take it off completely. Just don't discourage them from lowering their weight. Encourage them to lift as heavy as they can, but we want them to sustain for 30 seconds of work for each round. And then we're gonna go into lower body. So for lower body, we have 4 moves. We're gonna do the circuit 2 times and it's 30 seconds. So we're gonna go back to that single leg deadlift with the rope. So they can fold the rope in half and put it under their foot. Not the rope, the band. Put the band under their foot. Find a spot on the floor, hinge and snap. Or they don't have to double it, just reach beneath their knee, 30 seconds, hinge, and snap. Really, really encourage them to find a spot on the floor, like 3 to 4 feet out from in front of them, and it will greatly improve their balance, so coach that. 30 seconds each leg. Then they are going to lie down on the S-drive. We're familiar with this, I'm not gonna do it. Lie down on the S-drive. Their legs are out and they're going to do the push and the pull with their heels. So encourage them to put their butt up onto the S-drive so that they can hold the lower S-drive loops. It's gonna give them a little more leverage. Go up into a glute bridge, push with their heels, exhale as they pull with their heels and try to keep those toes to the ceiling. They're there for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna grab our TRX straps, lean into it, and we're just going to do power jump squats as high or as low as they wish. If jumping's too much, then just have them do fast body weight squats using the TRX strap. And then right after that, they're gonna go into a squat hold. 2 rounds. We have the SLDL with the rubber resistance band. We have the S-drive push-pull. We have the TRX squat jumps, and then we're right into a squat hold. 2 rounds, 30 seconds each as a circuit. Okay, for the last circuit, we need the rope at the bottom. We have 4 exercises. We're gonna do each exercise 2 times. 30 on, 15 off, 30 on, move to the next. The first one is our banded shoulder circles. So the actual exercise is 30 seconds. However, we're gonna go 30 seconds or 15 seconds forward, automatically switch and go backwards. Actually, no. Disregard that, I'll update the paper. Since we're doing it 2 times, we're gonna go 30 seconds forward, rest, and then they're gonna go 30 seconds backwards, and that's done. So 2 times, the first time 30 seconds forward, the second time 30 seconds backwards, okay? Then we are going to move on. Exercise number 2 is that TRX curl to press. So we are back on our heels. One palm faces you, one palm faces away. You're going to curl as the other arm presses away. Alternate your hands, other arm curls as the other arm presses. Alternate again, curl and press, exhale. Encourage them to walk their feet out if they can't get it because it's too hard. You know how to use a TRX strap. The further your feet are in, the harder it is. Walk them out, it gets a little bit easier. So one arm curls and presses, back down, flip your hands, curl to press, flip your hands, curl to press. We've done it before. 30 on, 15 off, 30 on, then you switch. Exercise number 3 is a tricep push-up with a shoulder tap. Drop down, hands within shoulders, tricep push-up, tap, tap, push-up, tap, tap. If they need to drop to their knees, that's totally cool. Push-up, tap, tap. And then the last exercise is our cable curl to lift. So this, we're used to kind of keeping the rope close to us as we do our lift. We are going to extend our arms to curl, lift, back down, straighten your arms as you go out to your inside hip. Start at your inside hip, straighten those arms, curl to your opposite shoulder, press up, back down, straight arms to uncurl. We're gonna do 30 seconds, 2 times on one side. They're gonna switch sides and they're gonna go 30 seconds, 2 times on the other side. And that's it. Back to core. So you have, I'm gonna show this just because Matt only teaches day 3, so he probably is not going to watch the entire videos from 1 and 2 to understand the core. So we have 5 moves, 1 round. 45 seconds of that alternating jackknife. Pull your belly button in, hand reaches for the opposite toe. They can use that elbow to help roll up a little bit like a get up. 45 seconds, then they're gonna rest for 15. Then we're going to go leg lower, stop their toes over their hips, press up and back down. If their lower back is bothering them, they can keep their knees bent, tap the floor, press up. Again, we want their knees to stop over their hips as they press up. 45 seconds, then they're gonna rest for 15. Then they're gonna go right into their X plank. Nice high plank position. Dig into your obliques by reaching to the outside of that opposite toe, opposite knee, opposite shin, whichever, returning to a nice tight high plank, tight core, tight glutes, but in between each rep. Then they're gonna rest for 15 seconds. Then they're going to flip back over on their back, pull their belly button to the floor nice and tight so that their back is against the floor. That's super important, as always. Knees over hips, knuckles up, and they are just reaching for their toes or their heels. 45 seconds, exhale as they lift, and then they're gonna rest for 15 and then do a 45-second elbow plank. So just a few things that I've been cueing for that elbow plank. You guys know, tight core, tight glutes. We've gotten a lot better at making sure those elbows are under the shoulders. Shoulders to toes, or elbows to toes. And I've caught, kind of press those elbows and forearms nice and tight into the floor as you pull your shoulders down away from your ears. It really sends activation into that core. And lastly, big, slow inhale through your nose, big, slow exhale through your mouth, and it's going to expand and contract the abdomen, kind of making it work a little bit harder. Excuse me. 45-second alternating jackknife, 15-second rest. 45-second leg lower to hip lift, and then a rest. 45-second X plank, rest. 45-second bent knee, heel or toe reaches, rest, and then a 45-second elbow plank. And that's it.